Good afternoon, welcome to Darling Radio. It's me, Peter Miller, aka Miss Handbag. Hope you're all well. How are we all this afternoon? Hope we're okay. Don't forget, I have the fabulous Kevin Nicholson jogging me at 5:30 today. So I hope you're all going to tune in to that. To be live here at the radio station and on YouTube and on Facebook. Which is great. So tune in for that. It's 5:30. Yeah, there we go, a bit Joe Curry for you. Well, let's see what we've got on the agenda for today. Obviously, we've got Kevin Nicholson coming in at 5:30. We're going to be talking about the theatre reopening. We're going to also talking about the Art Centre, what has moved to the old Marks and Spencer's. We're going to be looking at Angels Trust, Eat Out to Help Out, Bank Holiday Weekend, different things moving into the Cornmill Centre. So a full 2 hours of good music and great chat. And don't forget that special guest, Kevin Nicholson, will be joining me here at DarlowRadio.com/radio, your favourite radio station. Well, what have you done to the weather, Darlington? I can't believe it. Yesterday was absolutely red hot, and today it's absolutely pouring down. What have you done? Let's hope the weather gets out really nice for the bank holiday weekend. What are you getting up to this weekend for bank holiday? Are you going away before the kids go back to school next week? Should the kids go back to school next week? This is the question. Are you taking your kids to school? Are you, or aren't you? I mean, what is people's views? Let me know on downloadradio.com/radio. Well, a bit of good news for you now here on Dano Radio that the theatre will be open on Monday the 7th of September for social distance different activities for all ages, different sessions for all ages. So that will be open again on Monday the 7th of September. But obviously there'll be no Panto still this year, which is a disappointment for all those kids out there who enjoy going to the Panto. Even me, as an adult, I love going to the Panto and watching them. He's behind you and, oh no he isn't, and stuff like that. So, but never mind. I'm sure next year we can do it. Big shout out to my friend Sue Crawford. It's her birthday today. A big happy birthday from everybody here at Darlow Radio, and also Zoe Wood. Hope you have a brilliant day and a brilliant evening for your birthday. What's everybody getting up to over the bank holiday weekend this weekend? Well, one thing for sure that in Darlington on Saturday, the new art centre, well, yeah, I would call it an art centre, is going to be opening at the old Marks and Spencer's this weekend. On Saturday, it's open 10 till 6. On Sunday, 11 till 5. And that's for the public to come in and see all different things, the different drawings and what goes on. And hopefully things will get, hopefully once we're out of this COVID, hopefully we'll start doing performances here and stuff like that, which should be quite good for the community of Darlington. So a bit like the old art centre we had here in Darlington, it's going to be a bit like that. So get yourself out this weekend and come and have a look at it. It's the old Marks and Spencer's building. Saturday 10 till 6, Sunday 11 till 5 for the public.
It's
my favourite songs. Let's go round again. And let's go round again by Eat Out to Help Out. I visited the Shuttling Loom last week to Eat Out to Help Out, and it was very nice. I think it's the last week this week of Eat Out to Help Out. I don't know I think they're doing it Bank Holiday Monday, and I think that's it. The end of August, isn't it, for that? But I've seen on Facebook a lot of people have been to a lot of places within the month of Eat Out to Help Out, and it's great for the business and for the economy. I just hope when this Eat Out to Help Out finishes next week that people still carry on and go to the restaurants they've been going to throughout this Eat Out to Help Out. But we'll have to just wait and see how things go, won't we? So that's all we can do. In an hour's time, Kevin Nicholson will be here live on Darlow Radio to talk about how he's getting on through working in the council and stuff like that. I'll be asking him a couple of questions as well on health and stuff like that. So look forward to that. So tune in. Keep tuning in to your favourite radio station, darlowradio.com/radio. Well, don't forget, Miss Handbag will be at the East End Club on the 26th of September, doing a charity do. All money what we raise will be going to cancer research. And I've got a singer, I've got another drag queen from another town. So some things to look forward to. Obviously sticking to the social distancing and everything like that. So there'll be tickets to be going on sale very shortly for that one. And then we've got something in the pipeline for October as well, but I can't say much on that one as just yet. I've got the one and only Owen Brindley. He is going to be talking. He's going to be ringing and talking to us here on Download Radio about his disabilities and signing. I don't know if you can remember, but when I was on Facebook over lockdown, he was on one of me shows when Miss Handbag was about, and it was brilliant to see someone who does music sign to the music and dance at the same time. It was really good. So I thought I'll get him on next week to talk about his disabilities and his signing, which should be quite good. Also, a big well done to Angels Trust at the weekend. They were at Hardwick Hall, I believe, and they did a Ladies' Day with obviously social distance. A brilliant charity. Well done to all of them as well. We all like a bit of gossip here on Darlow Radio, don't we? Well, I've got a little bit of gossip for you. On Darlington Savoury, what has been in the Darlington Market Hall for years and years and years and years and years, is moving into the Cornwall Centre downstairs. Alex and his wife are moving. Yeah, they're moving to the Cornwall Centre, and they're going to have loads of lovely cakes and different coffees and stuff like that. So Darlington Savoury, what is in the indoor market, is moving to the Cornwall Centre downstairs. So you'll have to pop in and see them when they're open. I think it's sometime in September, but get yourselves down. On about cafes. Every Sunday, I order from Nisham Road Cafe, as you probably all know, on my Facebook page. Best Sundays in that I ever have from them, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you are ordering a Sunday dinner this weekend, and you just want to sit at home and relax and eat it at home, get yourself to Nisham Road Cafe, get ringing up, or contact them on Facebook, because I do recommend their dinners. I know I'd be ordering one this week. And their breakfast is only £5 for a full English, and that's on a Friday and Saturday. They'll deliver that as well. So there we go. Now, do you want the good news or the bad news? Well, I know what I would rather have first. The good news is it's the 25th of August. The bad news is it's only 4 months till Christmas. Yes, 4 months to get your cards, your presents, your wrapping paper, your Christmas tree, your tinsel, and everything like that. Now, you're very lucky I haven't played a Christmas song at this point here on Darlow Radio. But yes, we've only got 4 months left of till Christmas. Where's this month gone? Where's this year gone? But yeah, just thought I'd enlighten you all there, just to get you all out motivating, ready. 4 months left.
This
But now it's time here at Darlow Radio. We'll have the wonderful Kevin Nicholson will be joining me here at Darlow Radio, live in the studio, just talking about his time at the moment in the council and what he's been up to, and obviously a couple of questions for myself about the health and about the roads and stuff like that. I've seen a couple of roads which he's been doing. Well, what he hasn't been doing, obviously, but what the council have been doing, which look very good. So, yes, join me in half an hour's time when I have wonderful Kevin Nicholson from Darton Council joining me here at Darlow Radio, your favourite radio station. to eat out to help out here in Darlington. Like I say, lots of places doing it, lots of restaurants in Darlington. You can get a meal, you can go for a meal for £10, and it'll only cost you £5 or £6, which is quite cheap and good. Like I said, I don't know what the weather's doing outside because I'm stuck here in the radio station, but I'm sure it'll probably be still raining, knowing us in Darlington. Like I said, don't forget, Kevin Nicholson will be here very, very shortly at 5:30. Only on your favourite radio station, that is darlowradio.com/radio, with me, Peter Miller, aka Miss Handbag, every Tuesday, 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock. So please join me. A bit like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I would have thought. It looks a bit like that, where they've got all different kinds of sweets, all different kinds of things like that, which is quite good. So get yourself up there to Duke Street, to Andy's Candies Bar. Also, if you haven't been to Buxton's Yard in Darlington, get yourself up there to the Stage Door, a great little bar what's just opened, a theatre bar. They're going to start doing live entertainment, obviously with social distance in impact and stuff like that. So get yourself up there as well.
We take
Hey, you're listening to Dallar Radio with me, Peter Miller. Coming up in about 5 minutes' time, we've got the one and only Kevin Nicholson, who will be joining us here on Dallar Radio. He's actually in the studio as we speak. I have got, I've even put a shirt on because I know Kevin likes his shirts in the summer and also his jumpers in the winter. I don't know if you know Kevin, obviously a lot of people will do from Firth Moor, but in the winter, Kevin likes his little jumpers and stuff like that. So, yeah, he'll be joining me in about 5 minutes' time. We have got the one and only Kevin Nicholson joining me now on DallarRadio.com/radio, your favourite radio station. Good afternoon, Kevin. How are you?
Good afternoon, Peter, and thank you for having me on.
You're quite welcome. How's things going with you?
Going very well, and thank you for introducing me through my wardrobe and explaining my love of shirts and jumpers. And they often mix over, so often
Yes.
I wear jumpers when it's too warm. So if it's a red hot summer's day, everyone always says to me, "You're not hot in that jumper."
Yeah.
And I always say to them, "Don't worry, it's cotton." And I don't know if that makes any sense to people, but there you are.
Well, I just thought I'd get it in there, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
we know we like, I know you like your shirts and stuff like
Indeed.
that. So how's things going for you at the council and obviously at the office as well, Peter Gibson's office?
Yes, so council, it's very, very busy, as you can imagine. My job in Darlington at the moment is being responsible for health. It isn't all just me. It's obviously I lead a team of people in public health who, work with, the coronavirus pandemic, which has taken up a lot of our time over the last 6 months. But I only got my job. You could call it a promotion or a different role from being a councillor in February, which was about 3 weeks before coronavirus hit Darlington and hit the country. So it's been a very, very steep learning curve, and obviously with the importance of making sure that everybody's safe has been really important for me and for my team.
Yeah, well, that's it, making sure that we're all safe through this scary time, because it has been a scary time. On about next week, it's going to be a bit of a different circumstances for kids going back to school. And a lot of people are thinking to themselves, shall I take my kids back to school? Shan't I take my kids back to school? What advice would you say? Because, I mean, we're still, COVID is still out there. And yes, they've got to go back at some point, I get that. But I was watching Good Morning Britain this morning, and it said on there about face masks in have to be worn in might have to be worn in corridors and canteens. And I was thinking to myself, how are they going to eat in a canteen with a face mask on? I was just quite confused about that. So what would you say about kids going back to school next week on the health side of things?
Yeah, well, it's a very interesting question, and I can understand why parents will be a bit worried about sending their children back to school, because ultimately we want to protect them, and we don't want anyone to become unwell, and we don't want anybody to be spreading the virus to affect other people. Government scientists are telling the government at the moment, and they're the people who make the decision, that it's not necessary. Now, this is an evolving picture, as you know, with all decisions that are made. We look at the science around whether it's productive, what the positives are of doing it, and what the negatives are. And at the moment, government scientists, who are the people leading on this, are saying that it's not necessary. Will that be something that's always not necessary? Possibly not, but we'll have to wait for the government to make a decision about whether or not it's helpful. But what I'll say is, in all of to talk to your listeners, in all of the situation that's gone on with the pandemic, it's about balance and risk, and as you've said, Peter, there's always going to be a risk in all of the decisions that we do, whether those be personal decisions, so whether we choose to go out and have a drink, there's risks involved in that, whether we choose to visit elderly parents, there's a risk involved in that. And I think it's about making sure that those risks are balanced. We're never going to eliminate that until there's a vaccine, or until it eliminates itself in whatever other way. So I think for me, to say to parents, absolutely, I know children have been absent from school for some time, and that will have an impact on their well-being, both mentally and also in terms of what they're learning. So for me, it absolutely is safe to go back to school, and any precautions that people can take within schools, which I know all schools across the borough work very closely to keep people safe and protected, and they've been working very hard to make sure it's safe for young people to return. So I would support the return back to school, but totally understand why.
So if you're listening out there, Kevin Nicholson, get back to school, and so do I as well.
So my sisters, I have 3 sisters, and all of them are rather eager to get their children.
You have quite a younger family, don't
yes,
you? Yeah, I remember.
And I think they're all very keen to have them return back to school. As well. So
well, that's good. Yeah, well, that is good, which is one good thing. One of the other things, what was confusing me a couple of weeks ago, and sometimes might confuse. Well, it confused me. Obviously, not so long ago, Stanley caught the virus a couple of weeks ago, and obviously a couple of their bars, clubs had to close through this, through the impact of the COVID. And I know when I text you the other week about the situation, but obviously if people in Stanley have got the COVID, what steps are in place for them not to come here to make our town at risk? You know, like you said, obviously we've got to take risks, but we don't really want to risk Darlington and then end up closing this town as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, what would you say about that then? I don't know.
Well, to give you some assurance, there is the Director of Public Health. Works with her team, and I'm involved in that, as well as the national and regional coronavirus response teams. Look at figures every day around what cases we're seeing in Darlington and what cases we're seeing in neighbouring areas.
Yeah.
Now, first and foremost, obviously, I think what you're potentially talking about is localised lockdowns, and Darlington is nowhere near a situation where it would need to locally lock down. And when we talk about an outbreak, I think the very word outbreak makes us think like, actually, we've had an outbreak and it's lots of people and there's lots of infections and spikes. In fact, if we were to declare an outbreak in Darlington, it could possibly only be 3 people in a certain connected area or workplace. So although an outbreak sounds like a very big situation, it is defined in the legislation as a very small number of people who are connected. So in Stanley, as you say quite rightly, there was I think it's the right one I'm thinking about, a social club where a number of people had been in close contact who in terms of County Durham had declared an outbreak, and I think it was a handful of people who had been infected. But the great thing is that they were identified, they were able to get the support from the test, track and trace to self-isolate and things. So, but in answer to your question about limiting people coming into Darlington, that isn't possible in terms of the powers that the council has. It doesn't have the powers to, unless we have in Darlington a big outbreak of cases. But to reassure people, the council and myself and Public Health England are constantly looking at all of the data that comes through, and all of that data is everything from admissions to hospital, infection rates, and the government look at a 7-day rolling picture, and Darlington is in the lowest top 10 lowest obviously infections. We've only had 2 in the last 7 days and that have been reported
really
to us.
good.
However, that's still on the background of those people who perhaps might have the virus who don't have symptoms, or who might be not aware of some of the symptoms, which is obviously the loss of taste and smell and contagious new cough and a temperature and things. So, and there are people obviously who don't have symptoms, so that's why it's really important to get tested by calling 119, and they can arrange that for you if you need to get support with that.
So there's a number for you, everybody, 119. If you do have any symptoms of the COVID, just give them a ring and they will advise you and get you hopefully. Well, I've seen you've been very busy posting pictures of roads.
Yes.
On your Facebook. I noticed that yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday or this morning, maybe? So I don't know. But of roads that have been resurfaced and stuff like that, which is brilliant, isn't it? Because Darlington roads have they've always had holes in them, haven't they, or bumps,
indeed,
or coming in or going out. Which is good that it's about time we had some kind of nice road services,
I represent Eastbourne, which is a little bit misleading. It's actually Firth Moor. Eastbourne is actually Banktop and Lascelles, which is Council Darien Wrights area. So some people sometimes get confused when I say I represent Eastbourne, because they feel as though it's Eastbourne Park and the old Eastbourne School and all of those things. But it's not. It's Firth Moor, Geneva Road up until the football stadium. So that's the area which, as a councillor, I represent, and obviously in relation to the roads issue you mentioned, I have a what's called a pothole patrol campaign, whereby I go around and actively look at potholes and report them on behalf of residents of the council. And I think I never thought I'd get to the age of 32 and be so excited about when a road gets resurfaced. Astora Road is one other road that was really, really bad, and I'd banged on about it for so long. And then when it finally got resurfaced, I was heading off to work, but I was going a different way, and I thought, no, I'm going to be late for work because I'm going to detour and ride down the road road on my bike, and because I do bike sometimes to work, and I was just so excited to be driving down this newly resurfaced road, and I thought, some people don't think you need to get a bike, but when you've been waiting for something for so long, and residents clearly care about it,
it's making people happy,
and it's about raising that as well, and
Exactly.
and councils across the piece should be doing that as well in their areas.
Well, that's it. Yeah, hopefully Darian's doing into his, and Ian. Doing it in his, and obviously everybody else is doing it in theirs. So how's things with you anyway? Are you getting good night's sleep and stuff like that, or is your mind working overtime? Are you still going out to enjoy yourself, or are you just stuck in an office all the time and going home, eating, going to bed, and doing it all again the next morning? Are you having a life yourself?
Well, it's really, really nice to ask, and I think since February, and obviously with a new role, it has been very overwhelming. It's been very sort of very, very different when you are exposed to all of the information. So in January time, we were talking about having a handful of cases for corona in Darlington, and then we sadly were given the news in, I think it was mid-March, that somebody had died. And I think all of that information is a huge responsibility, and sometimes, as you rightly say, it can affect people's well-being and things. But I think you just got to have a real sense of duty and purpose and things. So no, I'm not unfortunately I'm not having any interruptions to my sleep. I have just bought a new bed, which might help, if anything does get a little bit too stressed. But there is you do worry, and people do worry, and I think if you're exposed to the information, we were having phone calls for 3 hours a day sometimes talking about the response that the council has, and it can become sometimes a little bit overwhelming. But it's really important to take time out to sort of go for walks and to
any of you rising of any holidays or anything like
well,
that?
I usually go to France for a weekend on my birthday, but that was obviously cancelled because of the situation. We were still allowed to fly, but I didn't feel it was appropriate to go on holiday, and I just didn't feel it was the right thing to do. But I enjoy a few pints now and again to take my mind off things.
Well, that's it. Why not? Why not? That's what it's about, isn't it?
All within the
guidelines.
Within the guidelines,
of course. No dancing.
No dancing, which I'm not very good at, but I do miss. And it helps sort of sober you up a little bit sometimes.
Have you been up to visit the hospital at any point? Have you popped up there?
No, I haven't. No. I haven't been up to the Memorial Hospitals quite simply because I was on my new role. I was on the call it the tour of my areas. Right. So I'd managed to go up to the Eastbourne Sports Complex, the Dolphin Centre, and I'd spoken to the ambulance service. However, I hadn't managed to get round to hospital because everything was in lockdown. And actually, even at this point, I don't feel the hospital or any services which are under immense pressure should be worried about politicians going visiting and things. And I think it's really important to Sue Jakes, who's the chief executive of the hospital, I'm in regular contact with in terms of we're in an email chain and group and things. I still don't think it's important to turn up at the hospital at this point. Not I will get there as part of my
as part of your role.
As part of my role, but I think the Dolphin Centre have been happy to see me. But,
well, that's it. And how's Firth Moor getting on that? Are you still enjoying that role? Is it the community centre? Well, what's happening with the community centre? Well, where has Mark Hardy gone? Is he still there? I texted him the other day. I said, where have you gone? I've not seen anything on your posts.
I actually don't know the answer to that question. But what I do know is the community centre at the moment, because of what's going on, is closed to the public, and which is really it is still closed. It is really disappointing because we, the lifeblood of the community, and actually we couldn't do Firth Moor Live, which was really disappointing because I love to do that, and we have some great times with doing that. But what we have been doing in the background is the team there have been providing emergency assistance through, whether that's shopping or top-ups for gas and electric, or providing food bank services to people. So we have been there, we just haven't been out there. But we're not able to return the staff to work at the moment because they're furloughed, and we want to make sure that whether it's appropriate, but we want to maximise the financial sort of benefit benefits of that to the charity before we return people back to work.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, you've done so well. Like the Dolphin Centre have done a brilliant job through lockdown of doing, stuff like that, and giving people a lecture. Because, like I say, I mean, not everybody has the full benefits to everything, have they? To gas, electric, and stuff like that. And times were hard through lockdown for a lot of people. Well, Kevin, it's been a pleasure, I must admit, to speak to you. Very bubbly and very.
Hopefully, you've found it useful and interesting.
I have,
because
yes, I have. Because each role's different. Darian was different. We were talking about Pride. Jonathan's will be different. Yeah. I'm sure Ian Bennell's will be different. Is Stephen Tate still?
Stephen is, a member of the council as well.
Yeah. Is he? Where's?
Well, he represents the same area as me. So my area, we have 3 members of the council.
Right.
Which sometimes people get confused about. So we often, all 3 big personalities often have a little bit of a little bit of debate about what's best, and we usually settle it somehow or another. But what the thing to remember is, I think everyone's passionate about Darlington and wanting to make sure that we deliver success for Darlington going forward. And we want to see it grow and be successful. And I think just before we wrap up, it's really important that we support people coming out of the COVID situation, particularly with the isolation of older people and people's mental health and well-being, particularly our younger people. So there'll be a lot of work going on in the next few months to support with that as well.
Well, that's it, because obviously the younger people have suffered as well, haven't they?
Yes.
Very obviously it was on the news and stuff about different things with kids and stuff, that they've suffered the mental health and stuff like that. So, we've just got to move forward, like you said, Kevin, and try and hopefully 2021 will be a better year for us.
Yes, hopefully
get rid of the face masks and get dancing again, eh? We'll do all that, hopefully.
And have a pint in the boot and show at some point.
Yeah.
To do miss.
Yes. I don't know where this. So, get me. So yes, it's been great talking to you. Oh, there it is. I found it now. I can't believe that. I was just trying to find the switch there to switch us off. But never mind. Prove we're live. Prove we're live here at darlonradio.com/radio with me, Peter Miller, aka Miss Handbag. And I just want to thank Kevin Nicholson from Darlington Council. Thank you very much for coming.
No problem.
And it's been great to talk to you. Kevin Nicholson live on Darlow Radio with me, Peter Miller. Well, that was quite an interesting couple of conversations, wasn't it? What we had with our health counsellor here in Darlington, which was really good. Next week we've got Owen Bridley, who will be joining us by phone, talking about his sign and his music and stuff, and his disabilities and stuff like that. And then the week after, we've got Jonathan Dulston. He will be with us from Darlington Council as well. Then hopefully in a couple of weeks, we'll have Stephen Tate and Ian Bell, who will be on Darlow Radio. So we'll have them all popping in at some point to talk about their roles, because obviously they've just started out in Darlington in their new roles. So we'll get them on the show and get them interviewed and see how they're all feeling. But thank you to Kevin Nicholson for coming in today. Absolutely perfect. Sorry about the bit technical part at the end there. I'm just trying to find the little mouse thing to go on to the to clip us off kind of thing. But it proves that we're live, so don't panic about that, guys. Don't panic about that.
It's
Got 10 minutes left of my show tonight. My tea time show, 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. here on downloadradio.com/radio with me, Peter Miller, aka Mr. Handbag. Hope you've all enjoyed yourself, enjoyed the music. Like I said, we've got 10 minutes left. If you are out and about tonight, remember to eat out to help out all them restaurants. Get yourself there. I think it's the last week. I think they're doing it on Monday as well. Don't forget, if you are going out the weekend, have a fabulous, fabulous bank holiday weekend, whatever you're going to do. It's my birthday on Saturday. Yes, I am a year older. I feel... Oh, at the moment, I feel about 50. But I'm actually not, no. So, yeah, I'll be out and about on Saturday afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock. Celebrating just a few soft drinks and a bit of a chat and gossip with people, and then probably go home and order a curry. From Rima Curry House in Darlington. Absolutely gorgeous from there. So if you are getting a curry at the weekend, Rima Curry House in Darlington, one of the best ones.
Darlington.
show tonight, so don't forget, if you are out and about at the weekend, have a brilliant bank holiday weekend, and I will see you all next week. Same time, same place, 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. on darnellradio.com/radio with me, Peter Miller, aka Miss Handbag. Please join me then, and I will see you all later, and I'll leave you with a couple of songs.
It's your Darlow